Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So what we're going to do today is go over some finishing touches on my current level 90 Scion Blade Vortexer. And I have some content already going over this build, so if you guys want to go check it out, just go look at the previous YouTube videos. But I decided I want to go ahead and run a map with you guys and kind of show you the performance of what the character does, link my passive tree for you guys, explain some interesting interactions, and then we'll be Gucci. So let's see. Let's go with M for map. I could do an arsenal. I'm feeling an arsenal. Please don't be. Let's see. Fizz reflect, physical damage reduction, 60% less regen. I wish people would read this part, but people are not good at reading, boys. All right. So this is pretty good because this is gonna show how my build deals against physical reflect. Now, the setup that we're using, again, if you guys want to see any gears or links, just go check out the profile command on my Twitch. But we're using Controlled Destruction, Increased Crit, Blade Vortex, Fizz to Lightning, Added Fire. My Blade Vortex is only level 19, so it has the potential to go to 21, which is quite a huge step of damage. And a 6-link pledge obviously would be an insane amount of damage if you like swap and conk for a boss. Now, the only aura we run is Hatred. Hatred pops in on Essence Worm. Essence Worm basically allows me to run one aura for free, but increase reservation. We are Mind Over Matter, so we do have that extra tankiness coming from right here. When hit, 30% of damage is taken before mana, before life. And finally, we're using two 5-links. Our second 5-link is Enfeeble with cast and damage taken, but cast and damage taken applies to the Blade Vortex, and the Enfeeble is applied off of the Curse on Hit. And Power Charge or Crit is generated from the Blade Vortex when we hit our flask or take damage, such as so. That's kind of how the character works. It's pretty interesting. Now, the cool thing about reflect maps and stuff is if you ever want to see how much damage I'm taking, just go ahead and look at my mana pool. My mana is like a primary reflection of how much damage I'm actually taking. And again, these are reflect maps, so I will be taking quite a bit of damage from them. But that doesn't mean that I can't actually run them. So I'm still able to run them. It does hurt quite a bit on the mana, but nonetheless I'm able to do them. It kind of sucks because I have to play really slow and I can't play with like permanent onslaught then, which kind of does suck, but that's just life, you know. Maybe I shouldn't have rolled a Fizz Reflect map early in the morning. Yeah, boys, maybe we shouldn't have rolled a Fizz Reflect map this early in the morning. This is yeah, it's a void spawn of Exile too. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're gonna start on the opposite side of the map, and we're gonna pretend like we didn't fight those mobs. Note to self: I would recommend avoiding reflect maps unless you absolutely have to run them. Fuck it, boys. We're just gonna say fucking go YOLO. Fuck mana. Mana's a crutch, boys. We don't need it. I don't remember it being this bad. I must have obtained like some more damage at some point in time without noticing. Just gonna leave him alone. You know, now that I think about it, this is basically like running a blood magic map. It's just it's a toned down version of it because I can still use my auras. I'm still trying to think of what to use, like, instead of a Stib Knight, I might run a Mana Flask. I'm not sure what Mana Flask to run, though, because my Stib Knight's a Curse Immune, so I haven't really decided that yet. It's not doing too bad though, you know? It's still not doing too bad. You know what it might be? I think it's because I'm running maps with actual, like, mobs that have monster life and red maps, and I think it's the monster life that's fucking me over. Because they're not dying as fast as they normally would, and because of that, it's constantly hitting to my mana. Or you know what would be really good now that I think about it? Running a Vol Clarity would probably be really nice too. I didn't think about that. Just a Vol Clarity to get all my stacks going. Yeah, because with a Vol Clarity, even though I have no mana, I can still cast. Yeah, that would work out really nicely actually. Because I have Ball Haste here, but I can't even use it. I'm so sad, Panda, man. I tried to push the boss, the guy into the boss, but that did not work. I'm not too sure where I'm going else with the build right now. I'll free up the passive tree after. We can talk about it a little bit. Holy 600, man. But with the exception of like reflect maps, I think this guy does really, really well. And I guess the no leech maps as well with the ball packs. But I typically just roll my maps blue and then put like onslaught on them anyway and get returns rather than throwing out an alk.
You there. Let me bend your ear for a minute.
No, I'm not gonna do vegan. Not like this. So I do have a little bit of Mono Leech on my gear. It mainly comes from, it's from my boot enchant. You guys know what the boot enchant is. And I think I need to upgrade that as well for Merciless. There's an Elder Reflect plus the Physical Reflect that was fighting me. Or on the map itself. Please reflect. Let me just cast. All right, we're not gonna touch him. Just gonna leave him alone as well. That's pretty much going to be it for this map. Oh, JK, there's still one more pack. Okay, it's him again. Never mind. All right, so that's gonna be it. Sorry, that was kind of a pretty poor performance of the builds.
What can I do?
Again, I'm not really used to running reflect too much. I thought it was gonna go better, but clearly it did not go as well as I expected. Although I will say it still wasn't that bad being able to run actual reflect. And now that is with Fist to Lightning in as well for the reflect. So there's that. But yeah, so as for where we are with the character now and how to level it, so your bandit choices are going to be Oak, Kill, and then Kraton, just like pretty much any build I make that uses Frenzy Charges, Oak, Kill, Kraton. You're going to go ahead and branch out, take Carrier, move across, grab your AoE, move across, grab your AoE and Witch, and then you go wherever you want. Once you grab your AoE and your AoE, you do whatever you want. You can build out defensive, you can go offensive, it's your choice on what you want to do. And the purpose for going Scion is so we can get the Berserker Damage Leech, which counteracts Reflect a little bit, alongside with Raider to generate Frenzy Charges and have permanent Onslaught as long as we're not running Reflect maps like so. Required pieces of gear to get this build going. If you want to make it more tanky, you're going to need a Pledge, and then you're going to need a second 5 link. So I'm using Pledge and Coil. You can use whatever you want. These are 3 off colors on a coil, so it may be a little bit difficult to find. But that's pretty much going to be it, boys. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the screenshot for you guys below of the URL of the passive tree, and you guys can play around with it as much as you'd like. So I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, boys.